Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be building a truck in automation and then later driving it around in BeamNG.drive. So just as a forewarning here, I am slightly experienced with BeamNG.drive, like a BeamNG.drive and automation, as I've played them both for a long time. But I don't know realistically what things I'd be using. So I'm just going to kind of go off a limb and do what I think is best. And this is what we're going to be having as the setup for, like, the chassis. With aluminum body panels, a truck chassis frame, corrosion resistant actual frame, just normal steel. The engine longitudinal means it's going to go this way. Like, where the gearbox and hooks up to the engine is going to be facing this way, and then on a transverse it means the engine is facing this way. So we're going to do a solid axle in the front and a solid axle leaf in the rear, because this is a truck. Most trucks, unless you get something like, I don't even know what cars have, just normal springs on them nowadays. We're going to magnesium. Make it 2020 deliver head cam for actually, you could probably end up making this just out of cast because it's way cheaper, and we'll give this thing all the bells and whistles. Okay, so now we have the choice between these two. Flat plane is way cheaper, so we're gonna go with that. Titanium is really expensive, but then you go to forged, lightweight forged, and it's way cheaper. But then you go to cast, which is actually worse and more expensive. So I don't understand where that's coming from, but yeah. Just gonna go with lightweight forged and pistons and conrods, and then flat plain billet steel on the crank. Just give it all the bells and whistles, BBT all cams. No turbo on it though, it's gonna be naturally aspirated. Just regular gas and all that stuff. Playing with that. Dual exhaust. No bypass valves for now. Reverse flow for now. Go ahead and open up the exhaust a bit. Not too much, 3 inches. Seems okay. I'm gonna go ahead and have it rev up a little bit higher, probably around 7,500 RPMs. You can always crank the ignition timing up a good bit, it always helps. Try to keep this thing within the realms of being fuel efficient, which is already being achieved fairly well, so we can just crank that down a bit and still be making a lot of power out of this engine. If we crank that up too much, it starts to... I want to stay above 340, so we can just crank that down a bit. Crank it up to there. Okay, right there. Now, if we start increasing compression, it starts to hurt the engine, so we're just going to leave it like that. Right there seems okay for the engine so far. Now I'm going to start increasing size, and hopefully nothing breaks. Okay, we can deal with the knocking later. Okay, probably go with a 5 liter. Try to get it to exactly 5 liters, which is making the stroke bigger than the bore. Which will eventually work, hopefully. Might take a while though. It doesn't seem to be working right now. Maybe in this sensor we need to make the bore bigger than the stroke, possibly? Possibly. Okay, there we go. Got 5 liters exactly. They're pretty similar. But now we're going to have to go deal with the knocking issue, which we can simply pop up the fuel mixture a slight amount. Now we got a 5 liter V8, making 417.2 horsepower and 342.9 pound-feet of torque. Okay, here we go. So now I'm going to be selecting the big truck here. A little bit smaller bed, but crew cab. Okay, we're going to be going through the whole building of the car first, and then doing that later. So this is going to be the truck that's got all the bells and whistles. Gonna have a 6-speed auto. This is all just for now. I'm going to go back later and mess with a lot of the stuff off camera after we design the car in a time lapse. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit more of a premium car. Okay, I'm going to go with a bit of comfort. That makes it a little bit more utility-ish. So now we're going to go back and make these wheels way bigger, because look how tiny those are. It just isn't, okay? It does feel a bit weird having that big of tires on a truck, but, like, you know, just gotta deal with it. Kick those out a bit. Missing a bit of a longer bed. Let that front bumper go in a bit. Maybe make the... Okay. That looks a bit weird, it being that far back, so we're going to pull that forward a good bit. Oh, okay, we can make that a little bit less steep, I guess. That looks a little bit weird, it being down that far. We can leave it though, it's fine. It'll give you better viewing angles. We could make it a long bed with a extended cab. We're gonna make it crew cab for now. We got the bed extended a little bit, I believe. So I'm simply gonna have to figure out a name and everything for this. Shoot. But yep, we'll deal with that now. So right now, I'm probably gonna start the time lapse. I will see you guys when it's done. Hey guys, so here we have the Wave ST 1200. So this would be like Ford's equivalent to the Ford F250 or Dodge 2500 or a Chevy 2500. But the current company name is Wave, and this is the small truck 1200 series, which we're gonna name, like, when we have cars they'll be in the 100s, small trucks will be in the 1000s, and then like big semi trucks will be in like 3000 and above, I guess. I don't know how I'm gonna do it right now. Okay, well, I think it looks really good, to be honest. I guess this is gonna be our signature front end with a little bit of a wave in it. That's where I got the name from. Thought it had a little bit of a wave in it, and then I found a badge to match it. I thought that was cool, so I kind of just went with it. I really like these headlights, to be honest, although they're a lot inspired by the actual Ford headlights. Move these over a bit. So I might go ahead and fix some things real quick, like brakes, and get a lot of this stuff to go away. And I'll be right back once I do that stuff. Okay, so I went through and I made the top speed a little bit higher. Made it so first gear went to 24 miles an hour, which will help with towing, and that actually reminds me of something, and I can do this with you guys real quick. Adding this, very important piece of a truck, a tow hitch. Shoot, I didn't think about this before. Oop, that glitched. Didn't think about this stuff before I built the actual truck. See, that's why you gotta go back and fix some things. Don't be afraid to do so. Seems good. I'm gonna push it down a bit. It was sticking pretty far out. Actually, maybe have a... Give me a hot second, guys. I'm looking for something real quick. Shoot, now I'm looking through here and I'm seeing a lot more things that I just really want to add and get working on, to be honest. I guess it's kind of bad. I don't know, though. At least I caught them now instead of later. Like adding, which I've never done this before, to a car, but trying to make it realistic and adding windshield wipers. Well, this might have been a mistake adding windshield wipers because they're being mean. Jeez. There we go. Okay, so I can officially say I've added windshield wipers to a car now. I'm kind of wondering if I should make an interior for this car now too, since I'm making this is like my most detailed car ever. I kind of want to do a little bit of an interior. I guess maybe if you guys want to see an interior, I'll do one in the next episode for this car, update it. But what I'm planning on doing is getting a whole bunch of cars made on YouTube, and then making a series out of it where I race them and test them out and compare them and contrast them and all that different stuff, and just try to in general have fun with it. Well, since this is like the high-end model, I'm gonna do that real quick with that chrome. This is Faco chrome. Take that. Just trying to make some of these things chrome. These would be metal, wouldn't they? These would be. I thought at least. I guess I'll make them a little steel. I don't know. I think overall it looks really good, to be honest. My best car ever. By far. Cannot click on the... Come on, there we go. I just wanted to make all this stuff chrome real quick. Not the door handles, though. The door handles can still like that. This thing already has chrome in this right there. Can I change this thing's color? No. That's tough, but... Yeah, I overall really like this car. Don't think I could say it enough. Dang, I am really just finding more and more things that I want to add. I need to stop this before I add everything in the dictionary to this car. Yeah, really, I'm gonna end up adding everything to this car. Because now I'm looking at things and getting ideas, and it's a mess. I mean, I'm sure you guys enjoy watching it a little bit. Get a little bit of panoramic sunroof. I'm really hoping this doesn't come back to bite me in Beam, because I know sometimes these sunroofs cannot be very nice. Kind of want to match it up with the back of the door here. Yeah, like that right there. I think this looks like a pretty good truck. Yeah, overall I really like it. I think it's the best thing I've ever made, to be honest. So, I mean, nothing else really compares to this. But yeah, let's go ahead and do this and get it in Beam, and I'll come back to you guys here in a bit. Hey guys, we're back here with the Wave ST1200. First impressions are pretty good. It looks okay. Nothing appears to be broken so far except for a little spot right here that I'm confused why there's a hole there, but sounds so good. Let me clean my dash up a bit. I think it looks okay. Whoa. So the turn signals didn't come out very well, but at least the roof didn't go all weird on us. Shoot, we got more of those little hole things. I don't know what those are from, but it's okay. So it's gonna keep it in the drive here. My shifter isn't working. I think the back end looks okay. Not as good as the front, though. Decent brakes. I'm not really doing any time trials yet. It's just going to be a little bit of a test lap. Show you guys what course we're going to be taking for every car. Eventually, we're going to do head-to-head trials. Eventually, once we get a bunch more cars. Can definitely do with a brake upgrade, though. So we're gonna do like 2 laps, I'd say. The first lap's gonna be my test lap, and the second lap I'll whip the timer out on my phone and give it a time. Definitely, the back end wants to slide out. It's definitely light back there. And it's got a good bit of braking in the back too, so when I slam on the brakes, it kind of wants to whip out on me. But it drives well overall. Ooh, I need to pay attention. Cannot crash the thing. I mean, it can, but I shouldn't. It's not under power, that's for sure. So a lot of this car takes designs from the Ford, to be honest. Like the actual body itself is a Ford body, but I've given it my own little design to it. Notice something strange with this car. When I slam on the brakes, it kind of hops a bit. I guess that's probably just from the back end being light. Yeah, it could definitely do with some better brakes. Okay. Let me get my timer out. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm gonna do a single lap. From standstill, from there. Overall, this truck drives really well, actually. It's a very sporty truck, I'd say. But I also feel it could be good for towing and stuff like that. Although, I can definitely tell it has the utility suspension set up because the back end hops and bounces a lot in braking and just while driving in general. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can see a little bit of a bounce every now and then. I don't know how safe I feel going this fast on this corner where it's squealing tires. Got up to 106. I think the top speed on this thing is 155, but I don't feel like you'd ever get up to that and under any normal circumstances. Unless you're on a super long drag strip or straightaway. Can I cut that corner there? Might as well. So guys, we got a 1:50.31 minute, 50 seconds. It's crazy. So, this thing's not a bad truck, to be honest. I quite like it. The engine looks pretty good. It's a pretty big engine. Sounds awesome. I like the name and everything like that. So, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll definitely be coming out with more of these soon, at some point, and start doing some competitions and tests and all kinds of stuff. Actually, I kind of want to, real quick before I end this, test that hitch to see if the hitch works. So let's go ahead and grab this. Let's just test. Just test real quick and see if we can take this. I don't think we can, but I mean, we could try. That's... I'm in danger. I don't think this is gonna work. As a restriction of this mod, to be honest. Yeah. Okay. So the brakes aren't working very well when you're at a stop, right? Okay, so... Ah, shoot, it doesn't have a... Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay, connect that up. Oh, you have to be kidding me. This thing can do it. And we're not even in low, and it's... How? Look, it's not even sagging that much. It is. It definitely is. But wow, that is crazy. I think it's 1100. It's a lot of liters of something. I don't know what it was exactly. Wow. Trugging along with this. Huge load in the back. And it just doesn't care. It just... Wow. This thing is a good truck. I'll say that. For sure, for sure. And we don't even have it in low. We do have it in four-wheel drive, though. Dang, we're even getting up to speeds of 60? Hard on the brakes. I do notice we are losing a bit of the front end. The front end kind of is light, not getting as much. I can't believe I'm actually enjoying dragging this thing around with this much weight in it. Wonder how fast we'll get going around this corner. I don't want to see this crash, to be honest. Open, it's already done. This trailer is not made for speed. Or hard cornering. Oh, jeez. Wow. Yeah, that was an accident. Not. Well, it held up pretty well. Didn't rip the hitch off, it's still attached. Although, yeah, we might have lost a wheel. Where did the wheel even go? Oh, is it there? It's all the way back here. Yeah. Well, really thank you guys for watching, and enjoy the outro.